today we have a recording because I wanted to record something for you. So I saw this amazing movie and I decided, you know what, I think the world needs a little bit of this. So before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, share, and then make sure that you subscribe. So today we're just going to be, just put tips in the below if I need help. So let's get started. Let's see. So I did the ponytail at the top and then the rest. So let's start with the ponytail. Okay, so I'm going to actually be sharing the clips of what I'm talking about with you guys so you can see. So let's start. I'm not going to give you any background because I want to see what people think. It's going to be a two-part recording. I want to see what people think because, you know, it's always one answer for women and then another one for men. And I will tell you, I will give you a heads up and let you know that this goes back to me saying that just because somebody has wronged us or something has happened, especially in a relationship, which could be family, friends, anybody, doesn't mean that you have the right to do certain things, right? Okay, so I'm about to show you the best example of how this SHIT plays out. And I've seen it happen front and center between people that I love, and it's just not cool for people that are around. So let's start with the first thing, and we're actually, okay, so let's take a look at the first clip.
Hey, come on, baby. You're going to divorce him. Look, I promise you that after your divorce, I will get married to you. And you'll be mine forever, mine alone. Come on, now that you walk. You don't have to feel guilty, okay? After all, we both love each other, and that's all that matters.
They are never satisfied with the woman. No matter how attractive they look, they can never. All men are scum. No faithful man out there. They are just saying, no faithful man out there. He trusted him. He gave him my all. But what did he do? He cheated on me with his best friend. Men are the same. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere. Men are the same. And they will never change.
That is how women are. Always playing the victim. There are no faithful women out there. They are all brought in by cheats.
A woman will never cheat on her partner. You know why? Because they understand the value of a relationship.
And there she goes. Women. That is one thing about them. They uphold the value of relationship in their hearts, but cheat at every slightest opportunity. One would think they're holy, but behind closed doors, they do the unthinkable.
Show me one cheating woman, and I will show you hundreds, millions of cheating men.
My wife on our matrimonial bed. So don't vouch for every woman. Because you don't know what they do behind closed doors or under their husband's roof. If anyone had told me my wife would cheat on me, I would kill that person. But seeing her with him on our bed, I feel worthless as a man already.
Seem heartbroken.
Wait, you look familiar. Are you not the same lady I almost ran over earlier?
It was you. Sorry about that. I wasn't thinking straight. My boyfriend cheated on me with his best friend. I am truly sorry. I don't know what came over me. I need to get a better hold of me. I didn't need to disappoint you, baby. I am sorry. Dear, I'm begging you, please. Find you. To forgive me. Find a place in your heart to forgive me, please. Baby, I'm sorry. Baby.
Okay, so obviously, I'm just saying, for entertainment purposes, I had to start with the damn punchline. Can you imagine walking into your house and it is somebody in the bed, okay? And then here's something that I noticed as I was editing each clip is that did dude just take off running? He didn't even wait to see if she was okay. Now, this is the same person that when she's saying, we shouldn't be doing this, although I'm not quite sure why she needed clearance from him to not be doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing as married, but I digress. Anyway, he ran. He didn't even stay to see if she was okay. Okay? And then she had the nerve to try to yell at him too. Don't be trying to act like you on his side now. Your husband. So that's all I'm gonna say about that one because it's pretty cut and dry. He found his wife in his bed. And let me just mention too that don't forget, in these African movies, the man is the one who earns the money. So that is technically like for real, his bed. How dare you? And then for the man to be there. Did you just knock on this man's door? But then did you run when he got some questions for you? He wants to talk. So why are you running? So I don't agree with, or I don't understand why when people start dealing with a married person, you need to be prepared if that spouse, got some questions because you included yourself in their relationship, right? And a relationship is your one after you get married. So, we got some questions for you. But anyway, child, this fool, done popped up, and now he running, and the same person that convinced her to do what she did. That's why you don't listen to other people. But hold on, I gotta get all this stuff. Watch clip 2.
I'm really sorry about your son. I must say what happened was tragic and disheartening.
It's fine. Thank you so much for today. I really needed that distraction.
You're welcome. You know, I will do anything to get you back on your feet again. I will take all your pains away, like I've always done while we were in secondary school.
Secondary school.
You know?
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Where are you coming from? I'm talking to you. Don't walk out on me. Where have you been?
I went out. I went to clear my head. Have I answered your question?
Why have you not been answering my calls?
Because I don't have the strength to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you.
Are you serious? How long is this going to continue? Huh? Are you not tired? We are husband and wife. We can't be living like strangers.
You lost the right to call yourself my husband the very day my son died.
What are you trying to say?
I'm tired of the charade we call marriage. I want a divorce.
What? Brenda!
Okay, so now we're running it back to basically how this part started. You'll find out a little bit later why they're in this particular situation anyway, where they're not seeing eye to eye and there is an opportunity for somebody to come into their space. It's because of what happened. And that'll come up a little bit later. But the point is that that I tried to make, and what I believe and what I was taught even in marriage counseling, is it doesn't matter the reason. It doesn't justify your behavior. It doesn't give you a pass, nothing like that. So I'm just saying. So in that particular clip, she is talking to her friend. Now, before the incident that happened that got him here, she ran into the friend, let him know that she was married, had a wonderful life, all this good stuff, and was happy to see him, but as a friend. And so he should have been, when you're married, and this is why I say everybody has a part. Just like, I don't know if you know, but when you invite people to your wedding, they're all there to bear witness. And those are the people that are supposed to be there for you, which is why it was never meant to, you know, be something that was just a show. And that's typically back in the day, while everybody in the village was invited. We'll keep using African. Everybody in the village is invited and all that stuff, because it's acknowledging that these two have become one, and everybody needs to know, because everybody needs to respect that union or whatever. So anyway, he didn't give good advice, and here's where good advice comes in, right? So in this particular situation, her reason for being upset, it's a really good reason, but the husband didn't do it. He's not the reason. So some things happen by chance, and those are the things that you go through as a married couple, and then, you know, you're, or people, period, and you have to work through it. And then other things happen because they're intentional, right? Like what she's doing is intentional. Technically, that's cheating. You don't ever give anybody, you shouldn't give anybody ammunition to go against your partner, because you never know. You know, you're going to get back together, things happen, and we've seen those memes, people laying in the bed booed up, and the whole family on their way to do something and all this other stuff, and the couple in the bed laughing and not answering the door because they done made up and all this other stuff, right? So that, he's not being a good person, period, let alone friend. They was friends in grade school, and now they're adults. You can remain friends that long. However, they haven't been in contact like that. So he comes back to her being married, but he done went and did whatever he wanted to do, and now you want to come back type of thing. You know how that go. I always loved it, you in high school. We're 80. Let it go. Next clip.
Hey, bro. Hey, what's up? Were you able to reach her yesterday?
She got home late.
Okay, so did she tell you where she went to?
My wife wants a divorce.
What?
You know, I've been trying to process the whole thing. Why would she want to throw away what we built for years for one silly mistake I made? God forgives our sins. Why is she finding it so hard to forgive me?
Listen, Jeremy. Honestly, this is getting serious. And you have to do something immediately. If you ask me, I will suggest you take a leave. In fact, you must take a leave and official marriage. Please.
Okay, so now we get to see what a good friend looks like, right? What I like about this movie is that the mistakes are being made on the woman's side. The mistakes are being made on the woman's side. She is not being held accountable, but she's not being held accountable. And I didn't even think about that when men say, you know, oh, women don't take accountability, blah, blah, blah. Your homegirls do this. No, your homeboy do when he's trying to get with her. Instead of guiding her in a way that he would want somebody to guide his woman, he's trying to get with her. So, no, he's not. Why won't that move? He's not giving her the right answers. Definitely not any answer that he would want somebody to give his girl. But, you know, that's how that goes. And for the people that think, well, I'm not the one that took the vows. Well, if you call yourself a Christian, then you should read your Bible, because it says it right there. It gives you very nice definition of what adultery is and who all is responsible and intervening in a marriage period. So this particular friend is intervening and telling the man, you know, your wife isn't normally like this. Something must be wrong, you know, outside of what he knows that they went through. You know, it could be something deeper or something like that. But nonetheless, what his message is you need to be there for your wife too. And so let's put this thing back on. In whatever way that you can be there for your wife, you know, before you get upset, let's, you know, try everything that you could try too. Meaning the whole, I just need to listen to Ponytail. The reason why some of this is happening, I will tell you this, is because no, I won't. I'm not telling you because I don't agree with that. But time is needed because obviously she's not healed from what happened, X, Y, and Z. So she needs time, and he thinks that they should go through it together, especially if she's talking to somebody else. So for me, if I knew that my husband was talking to somebody else, I would absolutely intervene because I'm supposed to be your best friend. And if this is something we're going through, then we're supposed to heal through it together. Granted, it may be a little bit more comfortable to talk to somebody else because you may want to say something like, I'm mad at you, I blame you, I think this. But the reality is, usually what ends up happening is whatever was said to somebody else is just going to come out. And so it's going to come out from somebody else. And I can't name too many times, even in real life, where God is telling the truth. The shit is going to hit the fan. It's going to come out. So let it come out from you and let it be your story and something you're sharing with your spouse that way, or whomever that you are with. That way, you know that there's love behind it and you're not feeding it to somebody because you're trying to get something, because you're trying to basically feed off of their hurt their hurt, their confusion, they're needing guidance, their anger, whatever it is, the person is feeding off of that to get, you know, to sway things to come in their direction. So now they have totally intervened and made it about them. But when you have somebody that is doing like he did, I think that's the right thing to do. I think that was, I was really actually surprised that the man was there like that. But then after I thought about it, my best friend is like that. My best friend, the guy one, actually gives me more feedback that I probably should cry about than my girl best friends. And I really think that is because, you know, you don't want to see a girl cry or whatever like that. But I didn't cry when he told me that he actually told me I was a wink asleep on the chain at one point. And I just want to call out Ronnie. I'm the only girl. No, Hoochie was too. Hoochie was on the team too, but whatever. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next clip so I can do my eyebrows.
Every time I look at his face, I see my little angel. I'm tired. I'm sorry. No, I'm tired.
You know what? It's okay, I understand. Your heart, so it's fine. Hey, come on.
It's okay with my name.
Brenda, please. It's okay. Stop crying before people think I'm making a beautiful woman cry. Please. It's okay.
Hoping my wife will never be the same again. My wife can never be the same
Don't
again.
say that. Don't say that.
My wife has lost his taste.
Candy, don't say that.
He took away my child.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? I promise you that I will make sure you're fine again.
I forgot to mention 2 clips back. I'm so sorry. The girl, the wife that was not really talking to the husband for months, like in the house, everything. Yes, he pays the bills, and she in the house not talking to him. He's apologizing, trying to be there, real support, and all of these things, and she literally is not talking to him and being very nice to him at all. Like, it's bad. Well, the first time she goes out with the guy, she comes in late, and they so bold, they sitting in front of the house talking while he's in the house placing the call, like to see where she is and stuff. Because can you imagine your spouse hasn't been out of the house, hasn't been themselves, and then you come home and they're gone? I mean, I wonder if it's just not supposed to be in some of these movies, or it's really not there. But they never just text. Like, they don't even text their spouse, or people. They just call. But very interesting, if it's like a mistress trying to get through or something, a message will come through. But whatever, I have to go back and tell you that about, like, literally when you park in front of a house in some of these places that be in the movies, like, it's a light shining from the car and everything. So, like, you're not being incognito if the person comes out. But that's pretty bold. So he has been bold since the beginning in how he interacts. One of the other things is, did she really ask for a divorce? She did. She asked for a divorce without even trying, still an attitude, all that good stuff. And of course, he's crushed. What I will say, ladies, quick thing before we go to the next clip. A lot of times we think that men should be hard and tough and all of that. But certain things that you go through, if you're going to go through it together, you need to go through it together. Like, it's not about them only being there for you. Maybe they might want to cry one day. Maybe they might need to lay in bed all day and things like that. But I could see where in Africa's a little bit harder, it looks like, because the man is the one who works. So he's the one, you know, that has to keep going or whatever, because I don't think they have jobs out. Well, in the movies, they don't have jobs out there like that where you could just be taking a leave of absence and stuff like that for no reason. But make sure that you cater to your husband and your man as well. Allow them time, allow them space in whatever capacity that they need it. And men, if you need it, say something, because generally women will say what they need, and men won't, and then you're wondering why you don't get it. Well, you have to ask too, and women need to be more clear too, instead of the attitude. But at this point, she has asked for a divorce. So the next thing that happens,
Did you like it?
Well, happy birthday. I got this for you. Baby, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. I don't want you to leave me for a mistake I committed. You're my life. I cannot live without you. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. And this is for you. Happy birthday.
When temptation comes.
now look, he done went and talked to the friend. Well, she done went and talked to the friend again. You just had your husband right in your face. Why didn't you talk to him? You still in the house. Even if you're not, we got cell phones. We could pick up the phone for anybody else. You need to be picking up the phone for your spouse. I really don't care what the reason is. That is crazy to me, but whatever. What's happened now is that this man has felt so comfortable that even in, how do you just take somebody's wife out for their birthday and return them home at night like that, and again just pull up to the front like, oh, I belong here? Man, listen, and the P, that'll get you snatched up, but whatever. So the husband is still trying, right? It's kind of what you're supposed to do. We're told for better, for worse, all of these things, but we only focus on the good stuff because that wedding is so fun and blah, blah, blah. Your vows tell you that things are going to come. Hell, life tells you things are going to come. Not one relationship that you have had, and I mean from birth, has been perfect. Otherwise, people wouldn't have mama issues, daddy issues, sibling issues, self issues. So why would you pick your person that's the only person that you get on this planet that's all yours and you're all theirs, and not put in as much effort or act like they're supposed to be perfect? That's really unfair. And that's what basically I feel like she's doing. I think, and before I show the next clip, I think that some people get an ego when they know that they're right, or they get stuck in the anger or stuck in the hurt or whatever it is, because the attention is on them. And again, they feel like they have a right to do certain things, right? So even though he did all of that, like, it still didn't even occur to her to respond to him as a human being and say thank you. But you could literally go sit at the table with this man and smile all up in his face. And at no point does this man care about you. He doesn't. If he cared about you and you hurt like that, and he knows that you love your husband, because that is literally the first thing that came out of her mouth when they ran into each other months before the incident happened, was that she was married and had a wonderful husband and this and that. So you know that and you don't care. You're not a good person either. That's not cool. Until that person gets a divorce, you need to back off with that type of stuff, because in the end it never really works out in your favor. But okay, whatever. So next clip.
It's my house. Nelson, I said leave my house. Listen. Whatever happened between us was a mistake. I can't continue living like this.
Mistake? Did you just say mistake?
Okay, now what happened? The man then came over. This man that got so bold that he then came over and sat in the house. And this is my question, because this is the last one before what we saw at the beginning, them ending up in the bed together. Here's my question. Why are you asking what he's doing there? All of these houses have gates, gate men, and all that other stuff. In all the other movies, y'all beating up the gate man for letting somebody come in that shouldn't be there. And so at some point, the gate man should have known that that person didn't belong there, because he should have known she was outside in the front. Okay. Then also, why did you let him in? You opened the door? Was you expecting somebody? Why did you do that? So I got a lot of questions about that. You know, people try to also, oh, I didn't know, or oh, this just happened and I didn't think. You open the door and let him in. In no way would I have. First, I wouldn't open the door. I'm just being 100. You can't come up in here. Sorry. Second, you done sat down and everything. At that point, I can't be mad at my husband no more for a couple of things. Even if I did say I wanted a divorce, I'm still in this man's house. Go back to your father's house, because that's what they do there. You go back to your parents' house. Why didn't you go back there? Why are you looking for a divorce? No, that man is still taking care of you, because you have no job, no money. So everything he's providing for you, he ain't tried to wring your neck. He's still being cordial with you and all of these things. And that's not very typical of a man. There's some special breeds out there that are like that, but that's not very typical of a man. And so you're running with this and taking advantage of it, as opposed to really stopping, like, I need to do X, Y, and Z, because you acknowledge that you was married.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Why have you never taken my calls? Did I do something wrong?
No, I've been busy. See, you have to leave.
Are you avoiding me? You're scared that you,
Scared of what?
scared that you may fall in love with me.
I don't.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, Brenda. You don't. Now, Brenda, I've always loved you while we're in secondary school. Yeah, I hurt you by not telling you if I travel to Canada. I mean, all wouldn't get hot. After chasing you for so many years, and when we're about to say yes to me, I left without letting you know, without contacting you. But believe me when I say that not a single day goes by that I did not miss you. I miss you so much, Brenda. So much.
Listen, Elvin. It's all in the past. I mean, I'm married. If there is any way I'm angry with you, I will tell you. Oh, I've moved on.
But I've not moved on, Brenda. I haven't.
We shouldn't be having this conversation.
Give me a chance to make things right. Please, Brenda. I promise I will make you my priority. I'll always be there for you. I'll never make you cry. I always put you first in everything I do. I love you so much. I love you so much.
So when are you going to acknowledge that you're married? He's doing what you're allowing him to do. Do we make it right? No, it don't. Because he's still accountable for what he does. However, don't look at him like you're surprised that he's doing it. You've allowed him to pull up. Listen. You can't come on this street. You can't exit the freeway. It's a no for me. It just makes no sense. Certain things is beyond any. It's just disrespectful. I'm not disrespecting myself like that. I mean, knock yourself out. But this is how they ended up in his marital bed, in his home, on his property, with a whole gate that you got to get out of to get out of that property. And that man... Okay, let's find out what happened in the second part. So, that's it. Just that quick. So, I am out of here. Need to go wet this just a little bit. But I am out of here. Hope you guys have a great... Ooh, I'm exhausted. Hope you guys have a great almost weekend. Hope your new year is going great. And peace and blessings to you all. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and share. And then let me know what you think. And yes, I am going to tell you exactly what this movie is at the end, after I'm done with part 2. And part 2 is already queued up. So, not even going to make you wait. I am so nice to y'all. I'm so nice. Amen.